Ramana,
Divya, we are on live. Yeah, we are on live. You can start, Divya. We are on live.
So, very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to 69 Wildlife Week celebrations. So, as a part of Wildlife Week celebration, today a webinar is scheduled on topic understanding the nature and wildlife through photography. So, joining us today to speak us about this topic is Srikanth Mannepuri. He's presently an iLCP emerging league member. So he's also a wildlife photographer and wildlife conservationist and a filmmaker. A brief introduction about Srikanth. So Srikanth is hailing from a small town from Kakinada in Andhra Pradesh. So his works are published on National Geography, BBC, and Forbes. So recently, he has achieved a Wildlife Photographer of the Year 2023 from NIF. He has been volunteering at various NGOs and assisting the Forest Department in rehabilitating animals, and also participated in many reaching out the activities. His aim is to spread awareness and make a difference through impactful and compelling image by years of knowledge and observation experience through photography. He's currently a member trustee at WCTRE and also a wildlife conservationist. He will speak us today on understanding the nature and wildlife through photography. Over to you, Shrikant, to please begin your talk.
hi Divya, thanks for the introduction. Am I audible? Divya, am I audible? Can somebody confirm, am I audible? Divya, am I audible?
Yes, Srikanth, you are audible.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah. So thanks for the introduction, Divya. And I mean, thanks for inviting me to speak about like wildlife photography and its importance. I'm gonna show you a couple of slides. So, I mean, basically, I'm a wildlife photographer. I do a lot of conservation photography. Um, Exclusively, like I work in Andhra Pradesh, along the like all the coastal districts. Most of my work, previously, I did in like a mangrove forest, and currently, I'm working on like a marine species protection, and also like I work in Eastern Ghats as well. So I would like to show you guys like a couple of images which I captured in different locations in Andhra Pradesh. So let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This particular image, so I photographed in Paderu Forest during a cloud burst, and this is Eastern Ghats, and this is Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary, which is I mean, mm, one of the like a biggest mangrove forest along the east coast of India after Sundarbans and Bhitarkanika. So this particular mangrove forest is situated just 13 kilometers from the Kakinada city, so which is home to like a lot of migratory birds and fishing cats and smooth coated otters and different species of snakes as well. And lot of people, the community people, they depend on this mangrove forest for their survival. They do fin fishing and shell fishing and ecotourism. And this is a drone image of a village, a fishing village in the coastal Andhra Pradesh, uh, near Amalapuram. Mm, Look at the village. It looks like a, I mean, pomfret fish in a drone view. This complete village is surrounded with River Godavari and mangrove forest. The best part of this village is the fishermen who live in this particular island. They do like sustainable fishing. They don't use any mechanized motor boats. They use rowing boats, and it's a very good example for like sustainable living and dependency on like natural resources. This is a fishing cat. So India is home to like now 16 wildcat species. So fishing cat is one among them. It's a small wildcat species, so which live in like which is well adapted to the wetlands. So this I photographed in Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary. Um, yeah. These are Bayaweaver birds. Again, I photographed near Eleshwaram. These are pied birds. Every year during winter season, like it starts from like December to like January, February, March. There are like a lot of species of birds which migrate to uh, I mean coastal Andhra Pradesh, and there are like a couple of sites. They are called like important bird areas and Asian flyway corridors. So there are like over 160 plus species every year. They visit all these sites. So one among them is like a pied and this is a red ghost crab. So these crabs are very like very common in like many beaches across Andhra and other parts of the country as well. So this I photographed near Yasyanam beach. There's a pangolin. So pangolins are like these are mammals, and these are the like most trafficked mammals in the world. So a lot of people they do hunting for their scales, but there is no effectiveness scientifically. But still, a lot of people they hunt, they kill these pangolins and they sell it in international market. So this particular, zoanthids I photographed near one of the beaches in Vishakhapatnam during low tide. So, I mean, there are like a lot of, many people they go to beach, but often they, I mean, ignore or they're not aware of the like, the different species of low tide creatures, starfishes, and gobies, and so on. That sea anemones, like there are like a lot of species we can see uh, during low tides, especially during the low tides across the coast. So I guess this I photographed near 1080 Park Beach. So you can see the background city in Vizag city, and like in the foreground I composed this shot. Zoanthids. Yeah, these are Malabar pied hornbills. Uh, we even have like a great hornbills in the Eastern Ghats, and this I photographed in Papikonda National Park. Yeah. This is a spotted owlet. And again, I photographed in Kambalkonda Wildlife Sanctuary. It's a sanctuary in the middle of a city in Vizag, and even this particular sanctuary has like wild dogs, a lot of reptiles like bamboo pit vipers, leopard geckos, spotted deers. Even there is a like leopard also, like leopard presence also. But recently, I mean, there is no record, but there used to be like a lot of leopards in the Kambalkonda Wildlife Sanctuary. These are called like a humpback dolphins. This I photographed near Estianum Beach. Again, the coastal wildlife. We can see like a lot of dolphins. Like sometimes we can see like 100 dolphins, like 150 dolphins. They just go along the shore. They do hunting. They chase fish, anchovies. So the best time to see them along the Andhra coast, like throughout the year, but the best time to see them is like October, December, and January is like best time to see humpback dolphins and bottlenose spinner dolphins. This particular species is called olive ridley sea turtle. So in India we have like a seven species of sea turtles, and one among them is like olive ridley sea olive ridley sea turtle. I mean, sorry, like in the world we have like seven sea turtle species. In India we have five species of sea turtles, and one among them is olive ridley sea turtle. They nest all along the beaches, in the tropical beaches. So this I photographed near Vizag beach. So olive ridley turtles are like, they come to the shore during January, February, and March. This is like a nesting time for like olive ridley sea turtles in India. So we can see like, I mean, lot of sea turtles, like, I mean, mass congregation of this particular turtles in Orissa coast. In Rishikulia, it's like one of the, like, I mean, nature's uh, a biggest event, natural event. They're like, I mean, some lakhs of turtles, like even 2 lakhs, like more than like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs turtles. They come and they lay eggs and they go back. The same way these turtles, they come to the Vizag beach, Kakinada beach, Machilipatnam, Nellore. So all these places, the forest department also doing turtle conservation activities. They have hatcheries. So in scientific term, it's called ex situ conservation and in situ conservation. There are like two methods to protect these eggs. So forest department is actively doing the protection of olive ridley turtles. So this image I captured exactly after turtle, like, I mean, laid the eggs. It's uh, try to closing the nest with the flippers, with the help of flippers, and it's covering with the sand. So and it headed back. This is called mud skipper. So mud skipper is a fish which live in water and also on land. They do cutaneous respiration. So you can, I mean, if somebody wants to photograph mud skippers, um, they can they can see them in like in Krishna Wildlife Sanctuary and Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary. These two are the best places to see mud skippers, and also along the coast where the freshwater and seawater are meeting. So that's the best place to see this particular species called mudskippers. And this is called like my favorite species also, like smooth coated otters. In the world we have 13 species of otters. Among them, like, I mean, three of the species we can see in Asia continent, and smooth coated otters is one among them and the biggest one also. So we can see like a smooth coated otters in river Godavari, Koringa Valley Sanctuary and Krishna, and there are like other parts in Andhra as well, like even in Sri Salem forest also we can see, like, I mean, in the rivers we can see smooth coated otters. These are highly social animals. They are very intelligent and they chase fish in groups. And like this I photographed in Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary. um, this is called spot-tailed pit viper. Look at the tail, it's red in color. So see all the animals, based on their morphological characters, uh, scientists or researchers, they give their like names based on this morphological characters. Look at this tail, it's red in color, so it's called like spot-tailed pit viper or red-tailed pit viper. This I photographed in Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary near Kakinada. Mm. So apart from I mean biodiversity, and humans are also part of a biodiversity. And this is this image I taken at like Kumbhabhishekam fish market, I guess, in the morning. See, this is a very sustainable and small scale fishing activity. This particular fisherman, he is catching fishes with, like, I mean, non-mechanized boat and like one single net. So these are considered like small scale fishing, and which is completely very sustainable now when compared to, like, I mean, trawlers and big mechanized boats and vessels. Uh, these are mugger crocodile species. This I photographed in Papikonda National Park. These are hatchlings. See, I mean, I showed you like a different species of, different species and landscapes, and even like, I mean, the people who are living next to the forest. So, as I said earlier, I'm a conservation photographer. I not only, like, I mean, more focused on creating a beautiful images. I even, like, I mean, take pictures of like environmental issues, for policy change, for creating awareness, for helping researchers, and for creating like a public awareness also. Mm, I love to interact with especially youngsters, and especially the people live next to the forest, because they are the frontline people, and they protect the forest. They know the forest very well. So this is a picture. After after I finished my field work, I headed back to one of the village, and there I'm showing what I captured, the wildlife, especially that day. I would like to mention an incident which happened on that particular day. So me and my boatman, we both went to photograph fishing cats in a mangrove forest, and it's for the forest department assignment again. And on that particular day, we saw a spot-tailed pit viper snake. So the spot-tailed pit vipers are very slow moving snakes, and they perch on a particular place for a long time. Okay, they spend a lot of time in a particular place. So, and they are very slow movers, and until someone tries to attack, or until they threaten, they don't react that quickly. So, but my fisherman, he's after he spotted that snake, the boat guy, he wanted to kill that snake. I asked him why you want to kill that snake. He said sir, if I don't kill that snake, this particular snake will follow till my home, and it will take revenge. And then I explained him see, let's spend 3-4 hours here only. This snake will not move an inch. So because after they taken food, they rest, and during sunny time also, they spend a lot of time under the shade. Okay, we spent almost 3-4 hours there, and that snake was still on the same perch. And then he started believing, because we spent time, it not moved. And I even uh, clicked a couple of images, and I recorded a couple of videos, and the snake is still in the same position. And that's the point. See, I communicated something, and people that particular fisherman understood. So initially, I started my journey as a research intern. So I worked with UNDP organization as a research intern. I helped in camera trap monitoring of fishing cats and smooth coated otters in the mangrove forest. I used to write a lot of research articles. So see, every time I'm writing, and posting online and posting in my website, and certain group of people are reading these articles, but all these articles are not accessible, or the many of the community people who live next to the forest, they are not well educated to understand, many, not everyone, but majority of the people to have an access to read all these things. Then, see, when I explained my boatman about this portail pit viper by showing in images and live example, he understood that. That's the trigger point for me to instead of writing research articles, I started more focusing on documenting wildlife in the form of photo and video. So after that, every time when I complete my field work, I spend most of my time with the local communities, explaining what I saw, their behavior, and I show them in in a very beautiful way, which they never saw them in that particular perspective. So that creates a lot of interest in the communities, and they started understanding, and they started reacting. So I was so happy, and I still do these things. Because it gives a lot of happiness when somebody is understanding the situation, and supporting for the conservation of species. So that's how actually I started shifting from writing research articles to documenting wildlife in the form of photo and video. So I'm a certified scuba diver as well. I'm a certified SSS certified open water diver. So I do underwater photography as well. So I learned underwater photography because if you see, Andhra has a lot of marine biodiversity. We have whale sharks, we have manta rays, and we have mabula rays, marlins, swordfish and sailfishes. There are a lot of other hundreds of other species, but we hardly know about our biodiversity, the rich biodiversity that we have. So that's one of the main reason for me to learn the scuba diving skills and doing underwater photography. So right now I'm working on a comfortable book and a film on Eastern Ghats and also like a coastal part of Andhra. So to highlight the biodiversity we have. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and one more thing I would like to mention, and many of the people they travel to like I mean Maldives, Philippines, Mexico, Bahamas, like a lot of other parts of the world, and they forget our like I mean very own backyard. As I said earlier, we have a very rich biodiversity, and if someone is like really interested to do marine conservation or underwater photography, please I mean feel free to reach out to me or the forest department. So let's work collaboratively. See, whenever I go to the field, I interact with the local communities because they know that area very well. So I every time I go there, I talk to them. They have the very good knowledge about the ecosystem. They have the knowledge. It's called like in scientific way. It's called a traditional ecological knowledge. So based on that, so I talk to them and then I do my research work, and collaboratively I'll get like a very good results. So see, so far you guys, I mean, seen beautiful pictures from Andhra Pradesh, nature, landscape, and people. But there is a other side of the coin also. Look at this bird. It's called white-breasted waterhen. So these birds or people are selling it for like I mean, 20 rupees, 30 rupees. That's because of lack of awareness. It's still happening in a couple of places. And this I photographed near one of the wine shop and pet trade plastics. People throw lot of plastics, and see government is doing a lot of beach cleanup activities, and NGOs are doing a lot of beach cleanup activities, especially like organization called like it's called Platypus Escapes from Vizag, and forest department and government like a municipality, and they are doing like a lot of beach cleanup activity, but still all the beaches are flooded with like a lot of plastics. If you see in this image, you can see like a different brands um, uh, contain like there are like a lot of plastics like milk packets and detergents, shampoos, and there are like a lot of other things, daily used products. So try to like I mean dispose the plastic in a designated like areas or in a dustbin, so it helps a lot. This is one of the major nesting site of olive ridley sea turtles. So whenever the forest department releasing hatchlings, the many of the hatchlings are dying because entangling in this plastic nets and dying. And plastics is not only the issue to wildlife, and it is also one of the biggest issue to the human beings, because all these plastics, because of the heat, they break down into like a microplastics, and they enter into the fish. Who will consume the fish? Humans at the end of the day. So it will enter into the human body also. And this is a drone image of the fishing scenes. See, there is like a lot of fish and also a lot of plastic, 50-50. And this is the scene. See, in the previous olden days, fishermen used to segregate fish, different species of fish. Now the modern fishing is like fishermen started segregating a fish and a plastic. It's a very sad reality. And look at the images, the plastic. And this is a plastic in the core area of a mangrove forest. And all this plastic, I mean many of these places are not accessible to public and even flooded with lot of plastic. That's because whatever plastic we are throwing, at the end of the day we don't have any like sewage treatment plants in many of the areas, so it end up in a like ocean. So the species which live in this area, it's very harmful, and it's one of the biggest threat to the species in the particular area. So dispose plastics properly. So plastic not only affects humans and animals, and it affects the animal behavior also. See, fishing cats, their diet is like fish and rodents and other birds. But these days, based on my like I mean research work, according to my knowledge, I'm saying the fishing cats they started scavenging on this is a dog-faced water snake entangled in a fishing net. It's a very easy food them, so they started scavenging on the dead carcasses. So their duty is actually to I mean hunt in the food chain, like I mean whether it is like white-breasted water hen or fish or whatever the other species in the ecosystem. But sadly they are scavenging on dead carcasses. Because of the plastics, their behavior also changing. look at this image. This is not somebody like a deforested or some community people not deforested this particular area. The half portion of the mangroves are lost because of everybody, like every human activity, uh, raising sea level. So usually, like, I mean, mangroves, they require 50% of, like, I mean, saline water and fresh water, like in equal level. So but due to the raising of sea level, because of like unsustainable activities of the people across the like a globe, so every day, like, I mean, sea level is raising, and it creates, like, I mean, salinity fluctuations in the ecosystem. Because of the raising salinity, all these mangroves are lost. And this is one example of unsustainable fishing. So we need like a lot of researchers to monitor the fish landing sites and uh, protect the species. This is like, you can see there are like a lot of marlins in the image. These are called world's fastest fishes as well. This I photographed near Kakinada. In the water, they, I mean, they go like 70 to 75 kilometers per hour speed. But I mean, sadly, there are like a lot of unsustainable fishing happening along our coast. These are called mobula rays. People catch this mobula rays accidentally and also intentionally for their gill rackers. And see, a lot of people who are going through the forest areas or temples or any, like, I mean, any protected areas, they feed monkeys because they feel that monkeys need humans' help. Dear friends, actually, wildlife existed like before us. Okay, all these species. So don't ever like feed wild animal, because feeding wild animals attracts them onto the roads, and there are like high chances they hit by, like, I mean, speeding vehicles, and the results will be like this. So don't ever like try to feed a wild animals. So it also brings like morphological changes, and like it creates like a lot of health issues in the animal. So pet traits, this is called mouse deer, one of the like Asia's smallest deer, and a lot of people still pet wildlife. See, I mean, forest department people are there, researchers are there, and base camp watchers, like NGOs, wildlife conservationists. There are, like, I mean, a lot of people trying to, like, I mean, protect wildlife. But if you see, our forests are huge, and we need like a more people. See, we have like a lot of hospitals, and we have like a lot of infrastructure, and we have like a lot of doctors and health departments. But when it comes to the forest, our forces are very limited as of now. We need like a more citizen involvement in protecting the wild species. So whenever you guys, I mean, witness any illegal wildlife activity, like a wildlife petting, or somebody is like, I mean, uh, poaching, or somebody is selling wild animals in a market, try to report the forest department. So you can search them online, like forest department range officer or forest department TFO. You can search them online, and you can find the contact and try to inform them. It will help protecting the species. So yeah. So see how casually these children are carrying birds. So this is again like because of lack of awareness. So again, children are enjoying civets in a cage. This is actually, I mean, very sad. We need our children to witness wildlife in their natural habitat and enjoy. Still, animal abuse are there in like many parts of in India. And this is a such an example of a very, I mean, good and successful rescue. This bar novel was found by one of the, like, I mean, citizen from Vizag. So he rescued this bird from a roadside, and he informed the forest department. And immediately, I mean, forest department, they reacted, and somebody, like, I mean, approached them, and they brought this bird to the Vizag Zoo. They have, because they have like a good veterinary hospital and facility and doctors. So, and the doctor started examining like what happened to that bird. There is a like a small injury on the wing, and then immediately they cleaned the wound, and they did, like, I mean, X-ray to the bird, and to see the condition of the wing, and they examined in detail, and they treated that bird. He's a veterinary doctor. Um from the, and they kept the bird in a, like, I mean, what do you call, like, I mean, in quarantine to observe the condition of a bird for a particular days, like a few days, and once the bird is fit, they'll release outside into the wild. So whenever you guys encounter any wildlife species, injured wildlife, just inform Vizag Zoo and our forest department. They'll react, and they'll help you guys, and they help the wildlife as well. So I would like to like conclude my presentation with this. I mean, a couple of 3 4 slides. So this is a whale shark. Whale shark is the largest fish species. So this I see. I got a call from one of my like a field assistant. He called me and he said like, "Sir, we saw a very big fish." In one of the like beaches in Vizag, near Tantadi exactly. So I immediately I rushed to the spot. For me, it took 1 hour, and I flew my drone because I need to walk 1 kilometer along the shore to reach that particular spot. So I flew my drone, and I saw I confirmed it as a whale shark, and then immediately I called the forest department and the Anand Shankar, district forest officer, Visakhapatnam, and I told him about the situation, and immediately he reacted and he sent the forest department staff, and with the help of like forest department and local fishermen, there are like 27 fishermen involved in this rescue. We tied a rope gently along the, mm, we connected actually the whale shark and the boat with the rope, and the fisherman tried, and the forest department almost they tried 3 4 hours, and high tide also helped. After keeping like a 3 4 hours efforts, this whale shark, I mean, it went back into the sea, because of the efforts of fisherman and the forest department. This is like a first ever, like, I mean, successful rescue of a whale shark, um, by forest department with the help of local communities. So um, uh, and this is one of my favorite images all the time. It gives me a lot of satisfaction because the fisherman involved, and the whale shark, 2-ton whale shark swam back alive for the first time. uh, I mean, the composition. So I flew my drone again to just capture the situation and see how the whale shark standard and what is the position. To understand the situation, I flew my drone for like 1 2 minutes, and I captured this particular image. And this all time my favorite. And immediately, and the forest department officers coordinated with the higher officers, and immediately they released the compensation to the fisherman. So after that, what happened, like, I mean, because of the image, like how images help creating awareness and bringing like great policy changes. So this is the, I mean, group of fishermen. In the middle you can see me, so who actually rescued the whale shark. And since then they started releasing wildlife, whatever captured in their nets, captured entangled in their net. They released this olive ridley sea turtle, and again 5 6 olive ridley turtles entangled in a fishing net. Again they released all these turtles back into the sea, and they again released the whale shark. So the thing is, we need a people, as I said earlier, to protect the wildlife species. Fishermen are again the frontline people who live next to the beach and depend on oceans. So they are the like a heroes, and the luckily, like, I mean, the fishermen from Tantadi village, they come forward for conserving the marine species. So I feel this particular village is like, I mean, best example and role model and ambassadors also to other villages, fishing villages across the state and across the country as well. Yeah. And thanks to forest department by giving like immediate compensation to the fishermen, because they got their compensation for the net damage. They're releasing all the species, and they're getting the good recognition as well. The forest department also, like, I mean, recently on environmental day June 5th, they felicitated all those fishermen who involved in this activity by involving like IFS officers and IAS officers in the particular event. So I strongly believe in awareness. So awareness is one of the major key, for protection, for protecting the wildlife. So I give all my images for free, if it is an awareness or if it is for any research purpose or for any policy change purpose. Look at all these images I contributed. So actually, I clicked all these images with the help of Forest Department. They are kind enough to provide me like an opportunity to click images in a protected area. Uh, yeah. So I do like a lot of beach cleanup activities, and we segregate the plastic and we send to like recycling units also. This is one of the art we created by using like a plastic, and this one of the again one of the to created by using the plastic. And yeah, I mean, I took a lot of time. I think so. With this, I would like to like conclude. See, photography like can help researchers. Photography will bring like policy changes, wildlife in like wildlife management, and photography will help in creating awareness. Photography will give you like a peace, and it's one of the like recreational activity. And photo and for I mean apart from this, like photography is one of the scientific tool, so it really helps in conservation. So I strongly believe like awareness is one of the major key to protect our wildlife. See, Andhra has like a lot of biodiversity, marine biodiversity, and along the Eastern Ghats also we have like a tigers and the smallest cat, rusty spotted cat, hornbills, king, even longest venomous snake, king cobra. There are like a lot of species, lot of biodiversity we have, but hardly we know, we aware, like many people aware. So I suggest like I request people to like as a passion, at least like a document as much as like a wildlife you guys can in your backyards. And Vizag Zoo is also organizing a photo contest on the occasion of National Wildlife Week. Try to participate. Click. You no need like bigger cameras, like 600 primes or 400 prime cameras, whatever. Like nowadays smartphones. Like I sometimes do like shoots with wildlife shoot with like smartphone cameras. So now everyone click. There is no particular. Organization to certify you as like he is a, like a best photographer, and or a, like a great photographer, something like that. Anybody can do wildlife photography and become a like wildlife photographer. And people keep asking me this question, how to become a wildlife photographer. The answer is very simple, just click wildlife. So it's very easy, and try to click more pictures and submit in the contest um, organizing by the Vizag Zoo. And thank you so much. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation. So actually, unfortunately, I'm very sorry. My timings are really odd now, so I'm in a field on an assignment. So yeah, and thanks for this opportunity, Vizag Zoo and the Forest Department and the curator of Nandini Salaria Garu. Uh, yeah, and Anand Shankar Garu, and the district forest officer, and Divya obviously, and Ramana, and the zoologist, biologist, Vizag Zoo. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Srikanth, for sharing an enriching presentation on wildlife and nature. So you covered all aspects of Eastern Ghats. So we extend our heartfelt gratitude for sharing your profound insights and expertise in the field of conservation.
Thank you.
So moving on to the questions. So the first question is one of our viewer asked. So can you share a memorable experience that you had while photographing wildlife that left a last impact on you?
Yeah, as I said, in my presentation, that particular whale shark image is like, this, yeah, this one. This is like, my most, a favorite,
Okay.
all-time favorite image, and most satisfying image, because the fisherman perspective changed, and the whale shark it swam back alive. That the first time, and there are like a lot of things, and fisherman got compensation. There are like new policies and a lot of things. So this is like my favorite image. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So the next question is wildlife conservation is often intertwined with the wildlife photography. So how can photographers contribute to conservation
Sorry, your
Srikanth,
voice.
wildlife
Srikanth,
intertwined
sorry
with
to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Hello.
So
yeah,
how
yeah,
Yes,
please.
can
can you please
photographers contribute to conservation efforts through their work?
Can you repeat the question?
Srikanth, can you please, Srikanth,
Is
can
it
you please
audible,
stop your
Srikanth?
presentation once?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Divya, one second. Yeah.
Srikanth, is it
Okay.
audible?
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
So, shall I repeat the question again?
Yes, please. Yes.
Wildlife conservation is often intertwined with wildlife photography, right? So, how photographers contribute to conservation through their work?
Okay. See, I mean, I I said like, I mean, there I given like a lot of examples. See, with wildlife photography, without documentation, like, I mean, without, see, if somebody is like publishing any research paper, they need a visual evidence. So again, you need like photography to support that research article. Or I showed like couple of images, like somebody's like a feeding wildlife and somebody's like selling wildlife, and a snake entangled in a plastic and in a fishing net. So all these issues I addressed by using a tool called photography. So with the photography only, I am able to tell stories. The stories which I am telling is to create awareness. That particular awareness will again help protecting the species. That's it. Like, it's very simple. Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Shrikant, for answering the questions. So, once again, thank you for your time and passion. So, we look forward to conduct more programs in future and continue to explore the beauty of natural world through lens of photography.
Okay.
So, thank you so much, Shrikant.
You're welcome.
I thank Dr. Nandini Salaria, ma'am, curator IGZP, for her continuous support to happen the webinar successfully, and also the other programs. So we also have the other programs during Wildlife Week throughout the celebrations from second to eighth. So already we are running on second day. So the participants can check with Wiser Zoo social media for more information and can participate in the programs. So thank you so much for everyone joining once again. Have a good day. Thank you, Shrikant.